With team coverage now, this is Wave News.
What you saw in that video was absolutely amazing. It's tragic, but it's absolutely amazing. There's only a few people in this country that can do what they did. Not everybody can do that. They deserve to be honored for what they did.
Tonight, we see the harrowing video from police perspective as one gets shot and the other eventually shoots the mass murderer who's already killed many and is waiting in the lobby to ambush the arriving officers. Thank you for being here at 7. I'm John Boel. Tonight, we get the ultimate look at what happened at the Old National Bank yesterday morning. We saw body camera footage from 2 officers, Nick Wilt, who was in training only on his 4th shift ever with Metro Police, and his training officer, Corey Galloway. Wilt remains in critical condition at this hour at University of Louisville Hospital. Officer Galloway had a minor gunshot wound and has already been released from the hospital. He's been on the force since 2018. LMPD referring to both men as hero officers. They were assigned to the 1st Division. You're going to call them the same thing as soon as you see this body camera video we're going to show you here as to what played out at the bank on Monday morning. Got to warn you, it's intense and it's chilling. The first video you're going to see is Officer Wilt's body cam perspective, capturing the early moments when they were the first one arriving on scene, immediately under a barrage of bullets. Then we go to the second video. It's from Officer Galloway, who rolls for cover after his partner gets shot. You won't be able to see that, but it happened right next to him. He can't get up to him up on the steps. He has to wait for help on the other side and then deftly takes out the gunman. During that, you'll also see a bystander's footage capturing it all from a different perspective. Here we go.
Hold it. Hold it, cover for me. .113 Baker, we're making entry from the east side at Preston and Main.
This is Officer Galloway. He hides behind this planter here. It's the only way he can escape because the gunman is behind 2 sheets of glass with a sun reflection on the glass, and he has a higher perspective, just waiting to ambush officers. Being shot at, he's waiting. We've cut this part of the video down. It's about 3 minutes that goes by, where he can't get up the steps to get to his partner. He's waiting for officers who will arrive on the right-hand side.
The shooter has an angle on that officer. We need to get up there. I don't know where he's at. The glass is blocking him.
We've also synced up video rolling from a witness across the street that you see in the upper right-hand corner there. He has no idea where the shooter is inside the bank. He knows he's behind the reflective glass somewhere, but he needs some help on his right flank. And as soon as they come and help and start taking the focus off him, he's able to step out and quickly shoot the gunman dead from this angle right here. It seems like forever, as Paul Humphrey said, but it was really only 3 minutes. Again, Connor Sturgeon just sitting in the lobby of the bank after he has murdered all those other people, waiting for a response. You can hear the sirens coming. Breathing hard now. He has no other move he can make. If he goes left or right of that planter, it's a clear shot at him.
He's shooting straight through these windows, right towards the officer. We need to be able to plate somehow to be able to get there and pull him down from the stairs.
Okay, now he has help from the right. Now watch.
God, don't have an angle. I think I got him down. I think he's down. Yank the lifter off now. Yank him down the stairs. I know, he's down. Get the officer.
They've masked out the gunman here so you don't see anything too graphic, and he was right. He got him from that angle just as soon as he had help from the right. They quickly got up to the officer. As you could see, that was a long time for Officer Boel to be there, but it was the best anybody could do. And the ultimate act of heroism, what you did not see in that that we had edited, was when they first rolled up, they were already under serious gunfire, and they had to back the vehicle up before they equipped themselves and went in without batting an eyelash, even though they knew they were going in to get shot at some more. Now, Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey also talked about how LMPD officers and other first responders worked to save the victims. Here's part of his statement.
EMS was treating victims, and they were short-staffed, and they needed people to be in the back of the EMS wagon with them. Those men are amazing. The women that responded are amazing. The EMS workers, the firefighters.
LMPD officers took Officer Boel to the hospital just as soon as they were able to get up there on the top of the steps and get him. Deputy Humphrey says first responders' actions saved lives. Well, these are the victims of Monday's shooting. Jim Tutt, Juliana Farmer, Josh Barrick, Tommy Elliott, and Dina Eckert. Funeral arrangements have not been announced yet. Tonight, we're learning more about the impact each of the victims left on the lives around them. Tommy Elliott, who was named by Governor Beshear as his close friend, lost his life in the Old National Bank shooting. He was a businessman, husband, father, and friend. Wave News reporter Marissa Burke brings us the final moment that he shared with his wife.
Marianne told Dr. Barber about the last morning that she and her husband held.
We pulled the storm tracker all the way up to the police tape right here, as close as we could get to this. Everybody here is convinced that this was straight line winds, and it may very well be, but I want to show you something that's very typical of what you would see in some type of a tornadic event. Now, we're all the way up at the top of the hill, so I'm standing on the top of a grade as you come through the rows and rows of apartment buildings. And look behind me over my right shoulder here. See the brown wood that is lying down in front of that apartment complex right there? It looks like maybe a busted splintered tree is what I thought at first. No, that is the roof from this apartment building right here that got blown off and blown due north, right back, slamming so hard into the apartment complex that you can see it's caving one of the unit's walls right in, blew it right in. Okay, top of the apartment complex right there, you see more wood from this roof right here in front of the apartment complex. Marty, if you can get a shot of that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles all smashed with wood and debris from that unit. This unit and this unit have been closed off. That's what the police tape is here for. I talked to a resident of this building right here. She can't even she asked the police officer to take a picture of the front of her place. She's walking around, and the only thing she has right now, she says her dog got out, so she's happy about that. But this tangled, twisted nest looks like a big bird's nest here. That is more wood from the roof of this apartment building right here. And then back over my left shoulder here, Marty, look at back in this ravine that's back behind this apartment complex. You see piles and piles. Looks like a junkyard, but that is all wood and roofing materials, etc., from this apartment building right here. So you had one roof blowing into the next one, smashing out that apartment complex, and then that roof right there blowing right back into the ravine.